Alright. Another day, another Frosthaven mission awaits. Let's get back to town. Nothing here. Ooh, what's this? Oh yeah, this is from last time, isn't it? We did Lush Grotto, and this one can go down. So, it's pretty peaceful and quiet. We're coming up to the end of winter, have 2 more events to read, and then we return back to our summer. So, looking forward to a bit of peace and quiet, I guess. So, let's check out the Outpost then. Oh, let's shuffle you. What's going on in the Outpost? Oh great, another Algox event. Okay. Seems like the Outpost has been non-stop attacked recently. Alright, let's read it together on Foreteller. Winter 8.
You're halfway through your polar bear burger when the alarm bell tolls.
Algox to the east!
A guard shouts. With a wistful look at the rest of your lunch, you grab your gear and rush toward the wall. You don't make it 20 steps when the alarm bell tolls again. Strange. They're only supposed to ring it once per attack. A call of
Algox to the west!
rings over the outpost. Wait a minute. Weren't they coming from the west? They couldn't have circled around that fast. The guards are clearly as confused as you are, but a frantic shout from the guard tower clears it up.
Algox to the east and the west!
Oh no. Option A. Stay together and fend off one of the 2 attacks. Option B. Split up and support defensive efforts on both sides of the town.
Sounds like the narrator is just as confused as the guards. Right, well, we are staying together, of course. Let's do option A.
You stay together and head to repel one of the 2 attacks. With your whole party as a single force, you fend off the Algox raiders without much trouble. Those defending against the other side of the outpost, however, were not so effective. That side of the outpost takes heavy damage.
Well, you say that, but it's probably not going to be heavy damage. So we do get -4 target by picking this option. So instead of having 8 targets, which I think is practically all of our buildings, bar 1, we halve the target. However, the trade-off is anytime they damage it, your building, it wrecks your building rather than just simply damaging it. So we're hoping they're not going to damage it. But it's only attack strength 20, and we have strength 25 here, our outpost, so we should be okay here with a few soldiers. So choose one side of Frosthaven. This always confuses me a little bit. It's not 100% sure which side is west or east here. I'm guessing you divide your town down the middle like this, maybe? So let's pick the west side of the building, shall we? We do have a bit less walls here, so it seems to make some sense. Especially given the Frosthaven town looks to be here. Although if this is north, then east is actually technically this side of the building, and that's the harbor. So then east is technically here. Anyway, let's not dwell too much about it. I don't think there's a clear answer on exactly how you're supposed to divide Frosthaven up between west and east anyway. So I think if we go with this side of the wall, let's say, then the 4 buildings will be mining camp, craftsman, hunting lodge, and alchemist. Right, so let's put a little red marker on the building that's getting attacked. So what do we say? Mining camp first, maybe? Then craftsman and hunting lodge. And alchemist, isn't it? So, alright. Let's start with mining camp. How lucky do we feel? I feel pretty lucky. 25 against 20. -10 will wreck it. Alright, let's take advantage then. So this uses up soldier, which means it's also -15 strength. So this is only attack 5, yeah. And we draw 2. Okay, fine. So this is repelled. Let's take another soldier for the next one. Why not? And that's also repelled. And let's use another soldier. And that's also repelled. And you know what? Let's just use one more soldier. Why not? And we're good. Okay. So nothing got damaged there. We did lose 4 soldiers. That's acceptable. We get 2 collective hides for our effort. Where do I want to drop the hide off? I think probably just like one here. We'll probably use it up immediately for construction anyway, so maybe no need to think too much about this. Let's drop one off here as well. Alright, this is done. Let's go to building operations. So we've got 10 gold to spend to buy resources. Right, 4 gold here, 4 gold here, and 2. So let's do it. And Blinkblade can sponsor it. So that gives us 2 metals from mining camp, 1 hide, and 2 wood. I think let's put the metal here. Yeah, maybe 2 metals here, 2 pieces of wood. I don't think that really matters here. Let's just do here. And I think we get 1 hide. Right. So let's just drop a hide off here. Alright, then we can also train some soldiers for 3 gold and 1 material resource. So why don't we do that? Let's pay 3 from here maybe. I think we'll just take inspiration here. Inspiration can be traded for any resource, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's do that and then grab a soldier. Okay. I think that's all the building ops. So let's move on to downtime. And we do get to level 5 now, which means a pretty good level for our Snowdancer and the crab here. First thing is going up to 14 HP. Pretty happy with that. Okay, let's think about perks. What perk do we want here? I actually wouldn't mind if we start working towards this double tick now that we've got all the minuses out. Like I said, the Algox Snowdancer's perk sheet is slightly irrelevant the way I like to play. I don't do that many attacks. So I actually think maybe getting this one is pretty good. So let's do that, and then one more tick we can get this defensive option online for us. Okay, cards. I really like my level 5 cards here. Both cards are great. Whipping Gale is fantastic. Allows you to pull multiple targets towards you whilst generating wind. Fantastic card. Shifting Snow is also pretty amazing. The ability to generate hazardous terrain and also allowing hazardous terrains to move and damage people, including flying figures. So yeah, I'm going to take Shifting Snow first. And I'll probably come back and take Whipping Gale, to be honest. Alright, what are we getting rid of? I'll probably just move Cold Therapy out for now, because we're getting to a point where constant healing from Cold Therapy is just going to start to fall off now. 2 hit point whilst early on is quite a big deal, but once you have so much hit point on everybody, it's not going to be as relevant. Okay, for the crab, we are now on 18 hit points. Speaking of hit points, pretty happy with that. Perk. Let's grab the +1 disarm. That's a pretty good one to be fishing for when you're in a pinch. Where did that go? Let's get you out. Yeah, it's a good one to fish for. I mean, we have a pretty big deck, 22 card deck, so the chance of that happening is not high, but when it does, you're not gonna feel bad, are you? Similarly, I think level 5 is a pretty powerful card for the crab. You have a choice between Sodden Soil, which is an interesting one, is Immobilize and Wound, but you can already Wound, so this is more of just a decent attack with 70 initiative, to be honest, versus Tidal Blast. Now, I think Tidal Blast is great. Adding 1 damage to one of your attacks or movement each turn. So this is 1 to all of your attacks and 1 move. So it's not one or the other. You get a +1 move and a +1 attack every round. It's like having the Banner of Strength next to you plus having an extra move, like half of sustained momentum. Tidal Blast is going to be my choice here. It's a clear winner in my books, and you often need to do impactful bottom actions as a Crashing Tide, and this is a very impactful bottom move action. Okay, so perk, Down, HP down, card down. I think that's our leveling up finished. Let's have a quick look at crafting then. So we just picked up a whole bunch of herbs from the last mission, right? Which I think I've already transferred to the stockpile last time. So maybe we have a quick look at... I think we have plenty of resource now to construct whatever I need to construct. So I'm not going to worry too much about buildings. I'm just going to have a quick look at the items first. Clear upgrade is going to be heavy chain armor. So that requires item 12, which is this, and 1 metal. And that's just a straight upgrade to our armor here. We'll definitely be taking that for the crab. No doubt about that. What else could we possibly make here that I do want? We do have the 3rd slot opened up now on here. I think renewing potion would just be fantastic for the crab here. All of these items could be renewed throughout the round to give us an extra refresh. I think that's good. Frenzy potion is also an option. We often will have poison and wound our attack and pierce, so frenzy potion give us extra attacks. Not a bad idea. Although I tend to play more defensively with the crab in general. So maybe let's grab renewing potion first. So that's what a rockroot and a snow thistle. Let's get that. Nice. Yeah, this is a good potion to have. Just allowing you to refresh armor and shield. That's like 4 hit point effectively for you. It's fantastic. Anything else I want? Both stamina potions have been taken already. I think both stone skin potions are taken. The Snowdancer definitely do not care at all about power potions or muscle potions as such. So it'll be interesting to see what we can actually brew here. Anything else I want? Element potion. Don't think we really need element potion here. Cure potion, no. So I don't think we want any of these existing potions. Maybe we can go digging for some more interesting potions here. Do I care about stuff like this? I don't think so. Spears. I mean, I could grab... Where was it? Sturdy greaves could be good for the times when I don't want to move. 2 metal and 2 hides. Might be useful from time to time. Maybe I'll grab it now. 2 metal and 2 hides. Yeah, for the missions where I really don't want to move, steel greaves. Probably decent to replace dancing slippers. So let's grab that. Maybe we can get a heavy sword as well for the crab. That's what metal and hide. You know, for the missions where we don't need to block negative conditions, having extra damage is probably good, since we can already apply poison and wound ourselves. Balancing skill, I don't think I care too much about that. Corrupted blade, I don't really like this item. I guess if you're playing against like a high tempo room, this could be quite good. But yeah, not too bothered about that. Energizing baton is actually pretty good, but I need item 101, which is something I don't have access to. Yeah, I thought I didn't. Hold command, protective scepter, ring hammer is actually not bad pickup for the crab as well. Adding model to archers will mean they stand next to you and you can retaliate against them much more easily. Do I have axe nut? I think I have axe nut, right? I do have axe nut, so that's what, a wood and a metal plus axe nut. But is that strictly better than just having heavy sword? I don't know. It does make like chaotic refraction a bit better if you're doing like a double attack and against archers and you're basically pinning them to place because they're not going to move. But the armor still doesn't apply because their attack's still ranged. It basically just applies to retaliate to the attack here. Slippery sword needs 85, which I do have, but again, disarm, don't know. I mean, that's feels like a natural upgrade to Heavy Sword, because it's +2 damage, but there's no easy way for me to get rid of Disarm on Blinkblade. So maybe not. Soothing Scepter. I don't really see anything else in particular I'd want out of here. Nope. Maybe I can craft a pair of boots. I think loot boots is quite good though. Like 2 hides for extra move? I don't know. I don't think Snowdancer really lacks movement right now. Yeah, I think we're alright. Let's think about potions then for the Snowdancer. What potion do I want to brew here? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like Snowdancer's got everything they need already, which is interesting. Yeah, it's always hard with Snowdancer because it's not like I do a whole bunch of attacks currently. I guess I could grab like a muscle potion for the times when I really want to do a big attack. Yeah, hard to say. Hard to say. Maybe we just discover something we haven't discovered. Maybe that's just fine here. We do have loads of flame fruit. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I mean, of course I know what all these potions are. I just can't really think of anything I particularly want. Maybe I want to just grab a muscle potion for Snowdancer here. I feel like it would be better for Snowdancer to carry some small items, but unfortunately I haven't got the ability to purchase stuff yet. I guess maybe a muscle potion's fine here, which we've already discovered. Alright, let's do that. Muscle potion then. Flame fruit and axe nut. Alright, well, let's leave the herbs it is then, because I don't think I need any more potions on the team here. We are definitely overkill with potion right now with all that herbs. Okay, I think muscle potion at least is good, because if I do want to go crazy with cards like White Winds, I can flick the muscle potion and give me some extra punch. Okay, right, I think that's this done then. Let's have a look at construction. What are we constructing today? Well, given how low our soldier count is, maybe I should be building a section wall in case we get attacked again on the next winter event. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, so 5 wood, 2 metal, 1 hide and 10 coins. Let's see if we can scrounge up the 5 wood first. 3 from here. I think 2 from here will be plenty. So that's our 5 wood. 2 metals. How are we doing on metals? Got 2 here. Let's just take that. And then 1 hide, which is basically free because we've got the carpenter built. Fine. 10 gold. Let's do 5 here maybe and 5 here. Okay, that will give us the construction we need then. 5, 2 and 1. 5 to 1 plus 10 gold, 3 prosperity. Okay, let's build that. So that's section L completed, which gives us another 5 defense. So we've got 15 from the morale, and then 5, 10, 15 from the wars. So repair a bit of wars. It's quite thematic, I guess, right? Algox attacks, we repair a bit of war, and in anticipation for future attacks. Okay, I think we're good then. That's the Outpost event done. Last time I remember we unlocked Caravan guards, so I think let's just get this done. Let's finish off this quest of opening the pass. Why not? So let's do a road event first. Winter Road 19. Alright. Winter 19. Wait, is this 19? This is 19. Why is not 19 on here? Oh, there we go. Winter Road 19.
A lone bell rings from somewhere down a crevasse. You make your way down the mountainside and find a metal vessel mostly buried at the bottom. Attached to the top of the vessel and floating without explanation is a red canvas balloon large enough to fit a building inside. A brass bell clangs for your attention. Sounds like someone inside needs your help. With a crank, the hatch pops open and a hiss of air passes through.
Thank you.
A stocky quattrel woman crawls out of the hatch.
My aeronautical hit some rough clouds and I couldn't blow my emergency hatch. Been a while. I tell you, that bell was the best investment in this thing. I use it more than the steering wheel.
She looks around.
I was worried I was being rescued by a bunch of lurkers. I'm strictly opposed to being a snack.
She pulls a device from her pocket and scans the horizon.
It's actually a decent hour to get back into the sky. Could I impose on you a bit more to dig out my crash landing in exchange for a ride closer to your destination?
She gestures into the confined space of the aeronautical. Option A. Help her dig out the remainder and set the aeronautical back into the air without you. Option B. Take her up on the lift. What's the worst that could happen?
You definitely cannot trust the narrator when the narrator says, what's the worst that can happen? I think any sensible human being wouldn't take her up on the lift, right? Given her she just crashed by herself, and I just somehow don't see our crab boy fitting into that nicely. So let's dig it up. Let's go option A. So option A, do we have strong? I'm pretty sure this boy is strong. Yes, we are strong.
The quattrel waves her thanks and seals the hatch as you dig out the last of the aeronautical. A burst of flame erupts from the top of the craft, inflating the red canvas balloon. Flapping metal wings unfurl, and it vanishes majestically into the distance. A few minutes later, you think you hear a phantom ringing of a bell. Probably nothing.
Gotta love quattros. I think this is a bit of a theme, right? Because in Gloomhaven, I definitely remember there's a quattro on a flying machine somewhere crashing. Gotta love the quattros. Alright then. What are we doing? Got distracted by that balloon. 115. No, 116 is what we're doing. Let's load her up. This is a good one. I really enjoyed this scenario. It's always a pleasure to revisit a scenario that you like. I think this is just very well designed thematically. I have some problem with the reward of this scenario though. First thing, let's move you out of the way. Let's move you a bit closer. Alright, Caravan Guards, 2 pip complexity. We are on a big 1 room 2 tile map, so no doors. And loot table, pretty decent. A few herbs, a few materials, and a few gold, but no random items. Okay. Scenario goes. The scenario is complete when all 5 wagons have either escaped or been destroyed. At the end of that round, we read the next section. Fine. Let us first have a look at the scenario introduction from Foreteller.
Pinter Droman paces excitedly. He is always a font of energy, but today his fidgeting is especially enthusiastic.
Well, when do you think they'll be here?
He's asked the same question every hour since you stomped out your campfire's embers in the dawn light. Today is the grand opening of Droman's Path, the first time the new shortcut through the frozen pass will be used by merchants bound for Frosthaven. After months of preparation, engineering and back-breaking labor, the shortcut promising easier access and thus prosperity for Frosthaven is finally ready. Sather insisted on you being here when the first wagons rolled through, and you felt honored when you first set out. But now, as you wait for the caravan to arrive, your patience with Droman's inexhaustible excitement is starting to wear thin. You turn to answer his question for the umpteenth time, but your response is cut off by the snap of a twig from somewhere down the path. Droman jumps to attention.
Oh, was that them?
He runs off around a bend in the path, waving his arms in greeting.
Hello, welcome.
No sooner is he out of sight than a series of mighty roars ring out, and the excitable Tinkerer reappears, sprinting back toward you.
Not them! That is not them!
Droman cries, running past you and cowering behind a boulder. An Olgox appears from around the bend, followed by others, all armed to the teeth. The horns of ruin are back. Of course, it wouldn't be a highway if you didn't have highwaymen. You draw your weapon, but just then you hear the unmistakable crunch of hooves and wheels. The caravan has arrived. The Olgox hear it too and split up, some turning to waylay the caravan, while the others prepare to stop any rescue you might attempt. This grand opening just got more interesting.
Indeed. What's a grand opening without some Algox to say? Right, special rules. All dungeon and cave corridor tiles represent the road, so that's basically this little path winding through the middle here. At the start of each of the first 5 rounds, place 1 number token in A. They represent caravan wagons, allies to you and enemies to all monsters. Each has 4 times 2 plus 7, so 15. Okay, correctly calculated. So there are 5 of these. Let's replicate them a bit. Start of each of your first 5 rounds, you put 1 here. It doesn't say if it's spawned or not, so I'm guessing they move immediately on the same round, because it just says place, not spawn or summon. Anyway, immune to all conditions and all force movement. Great. Don't think can you put condition? Oh, you can. Okay, but they're immune to all conditions. Force movement means they can't be pushed or pulled, but you can still grant the movement, I believe. On initiative 50 each round, all wagons in right to left order perform move 3, focusing on moving toward and occupying B, which is over here, so long road for them. Wagons can only enter road hexes, but can enter occupied hexes and hexes with obstacles. If any wagon enters an occupied hex, the figure in the hex suffers trap damage and is placed in the closest empty non-road hex, so you can run over. And the figure can include us, of course, not just the enemy. If any wagon enters a hex with an obstacle, the obstacle is destroyed and the wagon suffers trap damage. All other overlay tiles do not affect the wagons any other way. So basically we only care about obstacle tiles. Not that there's any on the road to start off with, but basically like hazardous terrains, traps, anything don't impact the wagon. At the end of every round, if any wagon occupies B, it escapes and is removed from the map. If all 5 wagons have been destroyed, the scenario is lost. At the start of each listed round, spawn the following monsters at the listed location based on character count. So round 3 and round 6 we get to spawn a whole bunch of stuff. Let's get a marker here to track that. So round 3 we got a summon, and oops, round 6 we have a summon too. Alright. Easy peasy. Okay, I think that's it. No other things to read here. Fine. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it then. On the board there are 5 enemies, and I think this is a classic copy target. So we'll probably get our own quattro to fracture timeline this individual right away. Not so much to say other than we are very far away from the wagon is, and the wagon only has 15 HP, so if they get hit too many times, it could be very problematic. Algoxes, of course, has big hit point pool. I guess one thing to note, I don't think you spawn any more Algox guards, right? No, you just spawn archers and ice speaker, and you do spawn Algox guard at the end. I think one thing we need to remember is our crab boy here wants to kill Algox guards, so let's put a token here as a reminder. of the fact that our boy's hunting for one of these. The scout, I think we've seen before. They're not too scary, they just have lots of hit point and they enfeeble you with every attack. So this first bit is not too much pressure. I think our goal is going to be try to assassinate the archers. They're definitely the most dangerous part of this bandit group here. The scouts we can definitely handle. Alright, let's have a look at cards. Wastrel, Peacemonger or Straggler. I think Peacemonger is going to be doable. We're definitely short resting this mission, so we're not doing Straggler. Wastrel is going to be hard when old enemies hit super hard, so I think let's try Peacemonger. Why not? I don't think the chance of Snowdancer killing enemies is likely. We'll see. Snowdancer has some very good cards for this mission, including Birdsing Tempest, which impacts your allies, and these wagons are definitely allies per the special rule. Yep, allies to you. So Birdsing Tempest would definitely help them move, give them extra 2 movement. And of course cards like Crosswinds will also help because you can grant them movement and attack. The scenario doesn't say they can't attack, so they do have a deck they can draw from. Anything else we particularly want here? Don't think I care about Blizzard. Unfortunately, the Spirit's Call pushes your allies, not pull your allies, not that your wagons can be impacted in that way anyway. Maybe we take Blinding Vortex here. I feel like some movement here is going to be quite useful. I think Cold Snap is still good. The bottom side is fantastic. Enticing Breeze is pretty good. Frigid Growth, questionable. Zephyr Barrier is fantastic. Crosswind is great. Lifting Gust is great. Snowball is probably good. Shifting Snow is good. So maybe we drop Frigid Growth here for Blinding Vortex. I think a chance to blast a big group of enemy with potential disarm might be good, and the jump 3 is a good opening move too. Okay, I think we're good here. What about the crab? Don't think this is a Sturdy Grief scenario. We definitely need to make our way forward here. So I'll probably have the Snowdancer go top half and the crab go bottom half. It's probably how I will play this one out. Promoter, performability targeting an ally, probably not going to happen. Streamliners likely. Scrambler, no. Let's do Streamliner. I think Streamliner is very likely here. This is a pretty short scenario if all things go according to plan. It is a pretty high tempo scenario though, so let's think. I probably want to take in... let's just double check cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm always paranoid now that I'm taking in one too many cards somehow. Yeah, I kind of maybe need Pool of Power here, so I can keep a tight card active while I long rest. That might be a good idea here. What do I not want? Probably not Chaotic Refraction. I don't think melee attacks. I don't know. Let's put Pool of Power in because that's probably a good one to set up, so that we can always keep Overwhelming Wave back when we rest, and then we can just deploy 3 cards immediately. Mighty Claws, maybe we can drop Mighty Claws for Chaotic Refraction. The initiative is kind of similar. I don't think I'll need a Pierce attack. This is probably good enough. Submerge, let us move 2, move 3 with Dark, that might be good. Rising Flood might also be useful here for immobilization. Yeah, the enemies we're facing are not immune to immobilization. So if we can get up here, we can use that to maybe immobilize something. But it's a pretty poor top action, to be honest. Do I want Rancid Brine? Maybe I don't need Rancid Brine here. Like, I feel like maybe applying Wound is just gonna be better overall than applying Poison. Let's take that. Maybe we go with Rising Flood here to try to maybe do some immobilization here. Guess I could also take soft flesh for a bit of healing if we got water going. Cleansing swell. I'm giving up too many attacks though. I do still want to attack people. I think cleansing swell is just good. While I rest, I get HP back. Maybe we go with something like this. Rising flood could be conditionally useful if we need to immobilize something in this corner. Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. Item-wise, we don't need to be blocking anything here, so I'll probably take the heavy sword. And this loadout is perfectly fine. Burst boots. I could use this to move up really quickly. I don't know. I think dancing slippers has a little bit more flexibility here. Okay. What about Blinkblade? Blinkblade definitely needs to burst enemies here, so I think this is all fine with me. I want to just burst people. Jump boots is probably okay. The Inspiring Helm could actually be really good here, because I can grant the Caravan's movement, which would be quite nice, but that does require me to be all the way back out there. Granting an adjacent ally move too, though. One time. Could be useful to hurry the caravans along a bit. I mean, with Birdie and Tempest, that's a potential move 4 here. So maybe we do give the -1 back here. And wear this instead for this game. Because we do need the allies to be moving towards the escape tile here. Okay. Probably don't really care about too many of these. Definitely not doing Prohibitionist though. Have I done Egoist? I've done Egoist. Have I done Pickpocket then? I have not done Pickpocket, so let's try it. Unlikely I'll get this done though. I need to collect 2 or more loot tokens by performing a loot ability, and I'm not even taking a loot card into the mission. So I don't see how that would be done. But maybe I don't really care about that. I don't think I care about it enough anyway to be bringing in temporal displacement here. Should I really bring a temporal displacement just for that? I think that's a bit silly. Maybe it's okay to just temporarily switch out make account. Alright, why not? Let's try it. I think everything else is fine. We'll keep this loadout for maximum damage. Okay, what about here? Bully, Miser. Miser is easy. Have I done Miser? I must have done Miser. I have done Miser. So I'm not gonna try to do it again. Die Hard. Drop below half of my hit point. Yeah, let's try that. We haven't done that yet. Right. Try Die Hard. So I need to stay above 14 HP. Can't be too hard. I mean, one hit of Algox Guard will take you down there with an elite, right? I think this is all good. We probably need movement here. So I think this is fine. Cards wise, what do we want here? I think we definitely want Eclipse. This is a pretty high tempo scenario. I probably don't need Anger of the Dead here. Fluid Knight might be good just for damage. Is there anything else I'd rather take here? I mean, healing theoretically is good, but I don't think I would want to be healing my wagons here. I'd rather just hit stuff, to be honest. Do I want Dark Fog though? Dark Fog might be good, although it's a pretty small area, to be honest. Once I get to the middle and I drop Eclipse, I'm good in terms of shadows, I think. Okay, let's stay with this, and I think, yeah, we'll keep this loadout. Alright, let's have a look at our challenge. Dense Fog. All characters' move abilities of value 4 or greater are reduced by 1. That, I think, is very doable. Once we get to the middle area, I don't think we'll be doing too much movement. This is very bad if you're doing like a very long scenario to run through many tiles to get somewhere. is totally fine for this type of mission where we just have one room. So that's actually not bad at all. Okay, let's have a look at starting locations and what we want to do on the very first round. So with dense fog, gotta remember this only applies to characters, it only applies to the 4 of us. It doesn't apply to these ally wagons. But Birdie and the Tempest, if you push you above 4, it will definitely reduce you down by 1, so I need to remember that. This is, I can see myself forgetting this already. Let's put it as close as possible within the line of sight, right? So I don't lose sight of it. Alright, I think Blinkblade first round probably move up 3 with head start and just stab this guy and copy him. And then maybe put the archer like here, so it's away from the road, but the archer can shoot consistently from behind this rubble. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Crab then definitely need to move up, so let's start this way. Maybe a first shot from the archer can move the crab up too. That might be good. I think Snowdancer will probably just go this way, and then Deathwalker will probably just go this way. So we split the team up, one go bottom, one go top, and we'll try to use Snowdancer's movement and Blinkblade's ground movement to the allies to abuse a little bit and move these guys forward, right? And first round was just spawn a wagon here. Okay, I think then that's the scenario set up. Let's set the camera right here. Let's put you here then, if we're going to set the camera right here, so that I don't forget this. Okay, let's set the camera here, and we'll stop here, and I'll see you soon for the combat portion of the gameplay.